I don't really know what I'm doing, but I am getting a lot of glimpses and a lot of feelings about the future and everything that's coming up in the next 6 months to a year and even in the next few weeks. There is this intense energy that is both liberating and creating a lot of chaos as well. And it's totally normal and expected and allowed and understandable and all the validating words that you would feel afraid or that you would feel alone or that you would feel nervous or scattered or not know what to do right now. And I've been sitting out here meditating, asking my guides and the angels and our extraterrestrial friends, what can I say? What can I offer? Do people want a prediction? Do you want a timeline? Do you want me to share exactly how I see things playing out and give an energy update? What would actually help at this time? And I think while I am going to share some of that stuff just for the sake of giving confirmation to what you already know, if this is something that doesn't align with you, then leave it. Like, this is confirmation for you and nothing else. I'm not trying to bring anything to you that's outside of your frame of reference. And it's funny how a lot of my readings have been like that the past few weeks and months as well. I end up coming out with all this really specific, crazy out there stuff, and people say, yeah, I thought so, or I knew that. And I say, okay, well, that's my job, I guess, here to validate you. If some stranger who doesn't know you comes out with all this really specific stuff about your life, then that's pretty good validation that there's something that you're tuned into and you're aware of, and you can trust your intuition and your own vision, right? So I only ever want to be here for you all to confirm and to validate and corroborate. I don't want to bring anything to you that you don't already know, and I wonder if the universe would even let anything come into your field that you don't already know or are not ready for on some level. So I want to bring all these updates. I want to hold your hand and talk you through how things are likely going to be playing out. And I ask my guides, all of them, and my ancestors are with me, and I'm saying, well, what do I say? How do I help people? Where do I start? And the message that just comes through resoundingly clear and saturating everything else in its energy is just to keep sitting back in that feeling of love, to keep remembering that you are love, that you came from love, that you are unconditionally loved and loving and lovable, that we're all connected, that we're all one, that we're all here for a reason, and that we came here to spread love, be love, experience love, accept love, and allow that to define our lives, allow that to be the defining theme and characteristic of our life, that at the end of our lives, when people say, how did it go? What was Earth like? You can say, there was so much love. I lived in so much love and I shared so much love, and no matter what happened, I had that love in my heart and I felt that love for everything around me. That's going to be what gets us through this. And it sounds like a speech at some pivotal point of a movie. It sounds cliche, but that's what we have, and it's our greatest power, and it's what's going to see us moving through these periods gracefully and be able to have respect and love for everybody else and how they may behave and act through all of this as well. Not everybody on the planet is awake yet, and as we go through these major changes, we've got UFO and ET disclosure coming up in the next 6 months. We've got pharmaceutical and medical industries being brought under review. We've got the ripple effect of disclosure and what that's going to mean for Europe, what that's going to mean for Australia, what that's going to mean for a lot of countries all over the world now being held up under a microscope where people want to fill in the gaps. So that's going to wake some people up in a really shocking way, and it's going to make people suspicious and paranoid. I mean, think about when you first started waking up to all of this. Didn't you also have moments when you were like, oh, well, let's identify all the lizard people and who are clones, and is this a conspiracy, and is this a conspiracy, and are these people out to get me? It's hard not to get a bit paranoid, because where a lot of us wake up before we get a really strong grasp on our intuition and our grounding. And there can be elements of delusion that come with that. I've certainly had those moments where I feel like the end is coming, I need to start stockpiling groceries or something, and then it's like, oh, okay, wasn't the end of the world right now. I'm still fine-tuning my spidey senses, you know. You get those moments, and so we need to have compassion with other people who are about to go through these intense awakening processes, and we need to be able to be non-judgmental, loving spaces for these people to come, and we need to be able to show them how to tune into their intuition and how to channel for themselves and how to be accepting and forgiving and go, you know what, I could be a judgmental jerk sometimes too, and now you're one of us, and we can all unpick this and enjoy this and watch the unfolding together. So there's going to be a lot of love and compassion needed for people who are coming around to our way of thinking. Then there are going to be a lot of people who just never get the message, who cannot hear it, who do not see it, who do not understand that this is the most significant uncovering and revelation of lifetimes. Like, this is gigantic. Earth is moving into the stars. There is no leap greater than the one that Earth is taking right now. And if people don't understand that as it's unfolding, I don't know if they will ever understand that, you know, the invention of penicillin or World War I and II do not compare to what it means for a civilization to be interstellar. You know, and what that means for technology, what that means for health, what that means for class, what that means for welfare everywhere, what that means in terms of wars, what that means in terms of our soul, and what it even means to be alive. It's just this profound reckoning, and some people will just not be able to process that in this lifetime. And we can't judge those people, and we can't hate those people. Maybe they were just here to offer something else to this process, to offer some other kind of alchemy that we can't understand because it's not our soul journey. But we're going to have to just be patient and accept that we can't control everything and everybody, and we're not going to bring everybody around, and that's okay. We weren't supposed to. Not everybody's going to be on the same journey in this lifetime. So we're going to practice love and compassion for all of those people as well. We're also going to practice love and compassion for ourselves. Everything's scary. We're going to be scattered. We're going to be processing a lot. We're going to sleep a lot. And that's okay too. Give yourself grace and compassion. You're allowed to rest. You know, information is energy, and the more that you learn and know, and the more that you have to adapt to frequency-wise and energy-wise, the more you're going to have to sleep to integrate that. Don't beat yourself up. Love yourself. Give yourself the sleep that you need. You know, remember that you need to be strong so that you can help be a way shower and bring these points of light to people who are feeling really, really scared at the moment, and just let yourself be that person. I'm also getting the strong sense that our angels and guides and ancestors are really keen to play a huge role moving forward. It's going to be really easy while we're dealing with the physical reality and the physical manifestation of everything happening on Earth, whether it's politics, whether it's war and conflict, whether it's, you know, UFOs landing on the White House lawn in a couple of years, whatever it is, like the physical concentration and the physical manifestation of all of this is really going to make us want to deal with everything in physical reality. But we can't lose sight of the spiritual aspects of this, which is what connected us to this phenomena in the first place. Like, all those spiritual aspects are still here. All our higher dimensional friends are still here. All our ancestors are still here, wanting to help us and guide us and love us through this process. And they want to play a big step moving forward. So make sure that you're asking for help, that you're saying, I give you permission to intervene in my life. And you can set whatever protocols you want around that. You can say, only my ancestors who work for love, or only my guides and ancestors and angels of the highest light and love, truth and compassion have permission to intervene in my life for the highest good of all. You know, you can set whatever protocols that feel right to you. Or you can say, you know what, angels, guides, ancestors, if I'm about to do something stupid that doesn't need to happen, please stop me and intervene and face me towards a more fun and abundant option. You know, please treat me like your baby, be my helicopter parent, and intervene wherever you can. You're allowed to say that too, if that's what works for you. Set your own protocols and give your own permission, and let these beings be a big part of your life. Let them come in and be a spiritual aspect of your life. And that can be as simple as just praying and saying, thank you so much for all your help, I accept. You know, thank you for protecting me and reorienting me in love and gratitude whenever I lose my way. You can say things like that. Let them be a part of your life. Don't get too caught up on the physical details of everything, even though we are seeing this massive manifestation of the 5D into, you know, what we've been calling a 3D, but I don't think it's really 3D anymore. I mean, I'm experiencing a bit of a third eye awakening and seeing more and more stuff all the time, but I don't think that's just me. That's just not my gifts unlocking. That's the earth moving up with me. That's the veil thinning to the point of disappearing. So we've got to understand that there's this merging of realities happening right now, and it may feel a bit dreamlike, but keep breathing and keep anchoring in love and go with the flow and know that you're safe and protected. Reach out to people who help you feel loved and safe and connected. You know, form your own groups and communities. I've got a beautiful group and community, and you know, we're not all perfect. I'm sure we get things wrong. I'm sure we have delusional moments, but the point is that in spite of all the challenges that we go through and the shadow work and the discombobulating aspects, we keep coming back to this idea of love. I deserve love. You deserve love. We deserve to treat each other with respect and compassion. And that is how we want to define the new world and the new earth. Respect, compassion, love. Start embodying those values as best as you can. And it's not about never making mistakes. It's about being able to recalibrate and reorient yourself whenever you notice those things slipping away, to be able to go, okay, I recognize that I'm feeling triggered. I recognize that I'm feeling anxious. I recognize that I'm lashing out. This isn't who I need to be right now. I'm going to have compassion for myself and everybody around me, and I'm going to go take myself away to breathe and reflect or fill my own cup so that I can come back to this. Or I'm just going to very honestly say to other people, you know what, I'm feeling very worked up right now. I don't feel that I can have the kind of conversation that we both deserve to have right now. Can we just have a hug and hit pause? You know, being able to have those conversations and being able to recalibrate. Being able to keep steering yourself back towards love and remembering that love is always available to you in every moment. You never have to deserve love or do anything to be deserving of love. It is always there for you. It is always yours. It is literally who you are. It is the fabric of the universe that is every single being here. And you're not going to be able to awaken that in every single person, but you can always hold it in yourself. And as long as you feel connected to that, everything else is going to flow more smoothly. I don't know if this is an absolutely nothing thing to say. I don't know if this helps anybody. It doesn't sound like practical advice. And yet I feel moved to tears and just want to drop onto my knees and weep, because I can hear my guides and angels and the Galactic Federation and everybody just saying that's all there is. It's just love, and that's all you have to do. And that's all that your mission ever really was. Just to keep sharing that love. And I don't know if that's an anti-climax or the biggest climax that you could ever possibly want or imagine. But it's a beautiful way to live, and it's a beautiful way to be. And it's what's going to keep us connected through everything. So I just want to say that despite all the scary stuff coming up and all the scary stuff here and all the weirdness and all the changes, and you might find yourself feeling like the biggest know-it-all, you might feel extremely vindicated and righteous, or you might feel really bowled over and really humble. I don't know, whatever happens to you and whatever point you're finding this video, just keep remembering that, like, we're here and we love you, and keep loving yourself and keep sharing that love with others. And as long as you can keep doing that, we've already won. The light's already won, because we have love and no one can take that away from us anymore. No one's going back from that ever again. Every time I look at the time, it's some version of 144. Anyway, there's my lame spiel for today. I love you.